Tried to fire, fanned on it, and now a chance the other way for O'Leary. Eric O'Leary scores high on the stick side, and Manitoba, its second shot of the game, has a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, unfortunate turnover at the blue line by Stachowiak, and Manitoba leaves no doubt. Allery comes down and just buries it. Not much, Guyan can do on that, quite frankly, Zach. I mean, this is an excellent shot. He's out on his angle. He's in the right position. Just put.
18-year-old was a 100% match, which is very, very rare, according to Will and what the doctors told him. And now a turnover. This is Bettens to the backhand. He scores! Kyle Bettens. The Bulldogs are on the board. We're tied. It's 1-1. Kind of Johnny on the spot here for Bettens as the turnover comes right.
I think it'd be fun to see James get on the scoreboard if you're a Bulldog fan. Just to, again, get these guys going and find out who are going to be the goal scorers, who's going to be relied upon.
Gallatin centers to James. He fires. He scores right on cue. The UMD captain, a power play goal. It's 2-1.
Well, great to see the captain, James, get on the score sheet here as far as getting a goal. Good patience by Gallatin coming down the left side. He's the Bulldogs' leading returning scorer with 30 points. He's a very, very astute playmaker and slides it over. And James makes no mistake about it, buries it. And again, he's going to be relied upon to score goals. Do the Bulldogs have a 20-goal scorer this year in the lineup? Remains to be seen. There's certainly some early candidates we're seeing so far through 4 periods and change here.
Well, you said in the first period we saw Dominic James get more and more comfortable as the game went on. He missed almost a full season. He played it in just 4 periods of live game action last season before he was hurt and lost for the year. So you saw him kind of getting back to what we're used to out of Dominic James last night. Tonight he gets on the score sheet with that goal. It's going to be such a shot in the arm to this team if he can return to the form that he was at 2 years ago as a sophomore.
Yeah, it's just he's a catalyst. We talked about that, and that kind of speed he brings is just it creates time and space through the neutral zone. That's what creates odd man
Kleber
rushes.
Down low, good passing out in front. It comes back now to Pierce.
So far, very sound goaltending. Pretty good rebound control, too.
Pionk from behind his own goal. 8.5 minutes to go here in the second period. 3 goals this period already from UMD. Smith, the shot, he scores! Make it 4 for the Bulldogs. Jack Smith. 4-1. The Bulldogs up by 3.
Well, nice play by Smith here, coming up the right side on his off wing, steps in and just buries it short side, glove side. And that's what we've talked about all broadcast, Zach, is some of these returning guys.
Bulldogs will get set up with half a minute to go in the 2-man. James into the circle to Betchin. Perkins. Betchin. James. Betchin. James, 15 seconds to go. Pionk. Pionk switches spots with James, fires one high on the stick side. James will corral it with 10 seconds to go in the 5-on-3. James high in the slot. He fires, he scores! Dominic James, the captain, his second of the night. It's 5-1 UMD.
Really nice patience there by James. Walking, we'll check the replay here. He kind of walks, filters across, the slot, and then moves aside, picks his spot, and just buries it. And beautiful wrist shot. Not much Holt can do on that, really. I mean, he put it right where it needed to go, and it maybe had a little mini screen there as well. So that
power play goals, both of them from the captain, Dominic James. Last night you got a power play goal from Jason Shagabe. It's amazing when you look at the stats, not just at UMD, but across college hockey, the winning percentage, how dramatically it goes up when you have a power play goal.
Yeah, it's such a luxury to have because you know, you're able to, if you can win that special teams battle, I mean, that's.
Pionk, a shot, he scores. What a shot from Aaron Pionk. It's 6-1 UMD.
Well, you can see on the replay here, Pionk gets the pass across, and he just steps in, takes a look, lets the goalie go down first, and just puts it in a perfect spot, far side over Holt's shoulder, and really you can't really shoot a puck any better than that. Just a beautiful shot. Manitoba's going to have some zone time, but yeah, he hasn't gotten tested much. I'd like to see him at least have a few challenging shots.
Behind the net, centering pass, they score! Anthony Mangini makes it 7 for UMD.
Well, nice gritty work behind the net by Harper Benz. You'll see coming up here on the replay. This lunch pail hockey. You can see here wins a puck battle with two Bison players and feeds it out to Mangini, and he leaves no doubt. Nothing Holt can do on that one, and Mangini absolutely buries it. And again, positive weekend, positive, nothing but positive really for Bulldog fans to look forward to this season.
It's the same as in anything in life, really. Scott Sandlin okay with the mistakes that some of the young guys and even some of the returners are going to make as Manitoba tacks one on here. Johnny Hooker from the far side after a scrum in front of the net of Knapp. He makes it 7-2, but they're going to be okay with some of the mistakes, but the IQ, the hockey IQ of this year's group is really high too. They're not going to make a lot of the same mistakes twice, which is half the battle, I think, as the season progresses.
Absolutely. And I mean, I think, you know, talking to some people in the hallway and to yourself earlier, I'm not suggesting this is a national championship team. That's not what I'm suggesting. What I am saying is I do remember when they won a national championship with you know, the new freshman Kleber. You want them throwing their body around a little bit. So
the final horn goes, a 7-2 win for UMD in the exhibition against Manitoba. Pretty good showing for the Bulldogs after a 4-3 overtime loss last night in the opener against Bemidji State. Don't have the final stats in front of me, but double-digit Bulldogs get on the score sheet. You saw 6 different goal scorers. Dominic James, the only guy with 2. He scored both on the power play. Got some good goaltending from Adam Guyon and Clayton Knapp. Both those guys looked fairly sharp. Didn't see a lot of Knapp in that third period, but Guyon through the opening 2 periods I thought did well in his exhibition debut. And overall, Waddy, I think a lot of things to build on as you go into next weekend on the road to UMass Lowell.
Yep, exactly. Only the one injury, so to speak, to Plant. Max Plant, we'll find out about that later in the week from Coach Sandlin. But a good, solid weekend. Again, you want the win against Bemidji.